ain't got no way of knowing, driving on a job to somewhere. Plumbing for a living, don't get paid for singing, driving on a job to somewhere. And we work with shit from everyone, and all we want to do is have some fun. We're Pete and Andy.
Andy and Pete.
Subscribe to our channel, that'd be sweet.
Oh, what are we going to call it? We've already told everybody.
We'll go on it now.
What about giving them a choice?
Yeah.
What choice is it? I don't know.
What's up, guys? It's PB. I'm here with Andy Cam. Hello, Andy.
Hello, Andy.
So this is it. This is the new. Now we need your help. We don't know what we're going to call it yet. We said, what did we say in the first video?
We love plumbing.
We love plumbing because he's I love plumbing and I'm PB Plumber and I like plumbing.
PB loves plumbing. PB.
No, keep my name out of it. So you've just seen the theme tune. So job to nowhere. No, job to somewhere.
Put
So
that up now.
Pete and Andy's job to somewhere. We might call it that. We might just call it.
Run around. Pete and Andy's run around.
If you've got any suggestions of what to call it, we want this to be a lot of it about involvement with you guys that are watching. So with that in mind, with the name of the show or what we're doing, we're going to give you We Love Plumbing as one option.
We love plumbing.
Pete and Andy's job to somewhere.
Or Pete and Andy's road trips. Or road trip.
Yeah, something like that. Or anything you think of that would be a good name for what we're doing.
Yeah.
Leave it in the comments. Or
Nice
send us
ones, nice
yeah,
ones.
no sweary, not Pete and Andy are gay. Two unfunny guys in a van, two smelly
Hairy
idiots.
plumbers.
Whatever
You
you
speak for yourself.
whatever you think would be a good name for this, if you want to comment or send us a message.
Yeah.
Um,
That'd be good because we like to get positive feedback.
Yeah.
We like jokes though as well.
yeah.
Like them
You know, if you
jokes.
don't like what Andy's wearing, you send us a message. Anyway, so that. So basically what we're going to do is it's going to be me and Andy in the van talking about everything to do with the plumbing industry.
Electrical stuff as well, and
Yeah.
joinery and any building work.
Trades covered
Related.
under everything.
Yeah.
Everything that we come into contact with on our job. So if we're doing a full refurb, we'll be working with plasterers, chippies, sparkies, decorators. They don't like to be called painters. So it's for everyone, but we're both plumbers. So we're going to do our own thing. We've got ideas. We've got content that we think you'll enjoy.
We're doing a little bit of a road show. I think that we'd have to do a bit of that where we go round and see other plumbers and electricians, let's say, and joiners, and not leaving plasterers out because they're quite good, you know them.
Going to different factory shows, seeing things, but more importantly, if there's anything you want us to do or anything you want to ask either of us or for us to cover in this
Whatever they call
show,
it.
send them in, DM to me or Andy, and we'll try and get it included for you. So yeah, that's the sort of the background to it. We're going to be doing
Tips,
advice, tool reviews, technical stuff, visiting factories, having a bit of fun, having a bit of banter.
bit of a laugh because a lot of people work on their own now,
Yeah.
so they've not really got a chance to have a bit of a laugh. So we'll do it for you.
Here's a serious one for you. If you've got any mental health problems, if you're feeling a bit down about work, if there's something getting you down, if someone's not paid a bill, ask Pete and Andy. We'll try and make you feel better about it because we can guarantee you, whatever you're going through, if one of us hasn't gone through it, someone out there is going through it, and
We can help.
We can help you. It'll be all right.
I'll tell you what. You know, just harping on that. I think I have helped a few people already, and I know you have, because we did about this, didn't we? About maybe 6 months ago, something like that. And it was. We touched on it a little bit because I didn't realise that the biggest killer of people between, I think it's something like 18 and 25, is suicide.
And it's even higher in the construction industry.
It's amazing. So if you do feel a little bit down or depressed or anything like that, you know, don't be on your own. Don't be on your own. About razors, would you do a review on razors? We'll be struggling, won't we, really, with beards?
I've been trying.
Beard trimming, what about that?
I've had to grow this
To match up.
because yours is so. I don't know.
Beardy.
Yeah.
I didn't even set off to grow a beard.
Huh?
I had a chap lip,
All right.
so I thought I'll grow a bit of a growth,
Yeah.
and then chap lip went, and it just carried on. Can't stop it now.
Mine's like it's getting longer, but I made the mistake
Oh,
trimming it to my jawline, so it looks shit. So now I've had to trim it to there, so that bit fills back in.
Always saying, isn't it?
I told you to put it on silent.
Nottingham. Hello. Cheers, my love. Thanks for ringing. Cheers, love. Bye. You know what that were, Pete?
Put it on silent.
It's very strict, isn't it? Strict rules. But you know what it were? You know, a door ripped off my van
Oh yeah,
twice.
3 times.
No, only, well, they just chiseled locks first time. I don't count. But it was the accident repair centre. So I've had side door trouble now for November, December, January, February, 5 months because somebody wanted to peel my door off and have a look inside. What's happening with this November thing?
Fuck all.
Because it sets off.
No,
I'm trying to be serious here.
Started it in
I'm gonna work
November.
with this.
Shut up. Started it in November
I'm going to spoil it for you now.
and
See how you like it.
asked all these people to support tradesmen, and a lot of people did sign it on social media, but the general public who rely on us, plumbers, electricians, every single day of the week to keep their heating on, their hot water on, and they couldn't be asked to sign a petition to protect our livelihood. If they were expecting a plumber or an electrician to turn up to get their heating or water back on or their lights back on, and we rang up in the morning and said, sorry Mrs Smith, I can't come today because all my tools have been nicked. Well, what do you mean you can't come? No, I've got no power. It'd be the end of the world to them, but they can't take 5 minutes out of their day, not even that, a minute, to sign a petition to protect tradesmen and their tools. And I'm just a bit fed up with it. When I started it, I thought we're going to do this, going to use my social media following, going to get everyone on it, got a load of good mates behind me helping me out. You did your bit, everyone did their own bit, but I just feel let down by everyone. So at the minute it's struggling to hit 40,000 signatures, bearing in mind we got the first 30,000 within 3 weeks.
Yeah.
It's just dragging. I'm just a bit pissed off with everyone, to be honest. Not everyone who's been involved with it, everyone who's not signed it.
I'll tell you what I think it is, and I really do think, like you used to walk down the road and somebody'd say, can you sign my petition? And you just used to sign a bit of paper,
Yeah.
which was really simple, wasn't it? Yeah. But there were no, obviously, the same person could sign it 25,000 times, whatever. Obviously, it's all got to be accountable now. So that's the difference between, having to, press a button and then, maybe put your email address on or something like that. But do you think that's what's putting people off? Because it's a bit too much effort.
Yeah, I mean, I went to Tool Fair at Ali Pali, and I was asking people. I had a clipboard. You go up to them, they're like, step back, don't want to talk to you, mate. Oh, hang on a minute, let me tell you what it's about. Have you ever had your tools stolen from your van? And a lot of them said, yeah. And I said, oh, I've got this petition to try and get the government to help us. Oh, I'll sign that. But there was a few people, I'm not signing that. Well, why not? I don't want to give my email address to the government. I don't want this, I don't want that. And even in the merchants, I was talking to a guy in the merchants. I said, oh, will you sign this petition? Well, what's it for? It's against tool theft. Oh, you'll never stop that. And I thought, well, you won't unless you try and do something about it, and that's what we're trying to do. And this guy had his tools nicked a couple of times, but he still wouldn't sign it. And if you can't get people like that to sign it, what hope have we got? But
the other thing, I'll jump in there,
Yeah.
right, because I'm only going on about my own personal thing, and I do know that there's loads and loads of tool thefts out there every day. But like I said, I've had the van ripped, the door ripped off my van. They call it peel and steal, but there were no tools inside there, so they peeled it just to have a look. So what I'm trying to say is that if you are one of them burglars and you're watching this, right, can you just chisel locks off or something? Because I've had no side door now on my van for 5 months, and I'm struggling to get in and out of my van, and all I actually want to do is go to work to earn a few quid so that I can live.
Even if they don't take your tools, or even if they take your tools, the mess they make of your van, where you can't use that van, so you can't get back to work to earn your money back to buy your new tools.
Yeah.
Your van goes in. When my van got broken into, I've told this story before, they gave me a fucking Nissan Micra to work out of for 3 weeks. I was driving around with all my kit in the back of the van. I remember I did a full central heating out of this Nissan Micra. It was an absolute nightmare. And I had to keep, because they took my van into the, body shop in Nottingham, and I'm working in Loughborough, and if there was one little tool I needed that I'd forgot to take off the van, I'd have to drive to Nottingham and get it. Because when you do our job, it doesn't matter what you're doing, you can never prepare. You've got to have a van because you've got to have all these different tools. It's just a nightmare, and it affects every last bit of your work life when you get broken into?
What I thought of doing was buying a tank with a gun turret on it, Pete.
Yeah.
You know, so I can put all my stuff in my tank, and if anybody comes up, I can shoot them.
I mean,
That's what it makes me feel like.
I've got extra deadlocks, got extra alarm on. I park with my back doors and my side door up to summit as best I can whenever I can.
I do that, but you know what happens? I'll tell you this exactly what happens, because a lot of lads I talk to, they've not got anything like, I don't know, whether it's a van vault or something to keep your tools safe. They don't have them, so they might take the tools out at night time, put them somewhere else in the house or somewhere, put it in the day, thinking that they've done a safe thing, which they have. They've alleviated the nighttime problem, but when my van's been done, it's been in the daytime while I'm at work. So I can't take all those tools with me onto every job. Or if I stop to go to the sandwich shop or supermarket, I'd have to have a trolley to put all my tools in to carry them round the supermarket.
We shouldn't have to live like this. We should not have to be under this threat of having our livelihoods taken off us.
Take your livelihood.
Even while we're at work trying to earn an honest day's living, it's just not.
I can remember, and you know what, I've been doing it a long time, like we always know, but I remember when you used to put copper pipe on the top of your van.
Yeah, a couple of bungee ropes.
Nobody had ever, what used to upset you was when it rained, because it used to oxidise it and you had to clean it all really well. So the biggest bugbear about putting pipe on your roof then was it's going to oxidise your pipes. Well, if you put any pipe on your roof now, it'd last about 20 seconds.
Yeah. Speaking of van vaults, do you want to go and have a look at some van vaults?
I'd love to, because I've heard that they've upgraded them.
Yeah, let's go and have a look. We're in the sort of product development area. They've got laid out all the different van vaults. We're going to have a look at how they work, the different sizes available, stuff like that. We've had a chat with the guy who actually designs them, makes them. There's loads of different types of tool storage boxes available. We've been listening to why these ones are the best, why they're the most secure, the amount of tests that they go through. They actually get ex-convicts to try and break into them, things like that. All the things that you don't know goes on. There's a massive range, different sizes, so we'll have a look at them now.
They've just been certified as well, and we've just got a new range out, and we'll just show you some of the different bits that they've got on them. Brilliant bit of kit. So this is a Van Vault 2, and this is the biggest seller and the one that you probably recognise. I've got this one in my van. So they've made a few modifications to this one now. We've got the key is inside, so that one, you're not going to be able to knock it off, and two, it's going to be more difficult to get to that lock to try and break into this. It's got toughened up steel here and all around this area that you can't drill. Well, you can drill, but it's very, very difficult. We've laid this down now so that we can get bigger things in without having to put them over the top. We've got a steel cross on here to make it more secure. The handle we've made so if somebody wants to try and prise this off, the handle's made with plastic bolts on the back, so the handle will pull off, but it'll still lift up to 60 kg. We've got this for safety to stop that coming down. We've got a pneumatic rod on here so that it's not going to drop down and hurt your fingers. So that's the new Van Vault 2. Cracking bit of kit. So we move from the Van Vault 2, which we all know and love, and we've gone to the Outback, which is for obviously, you know, bigger vans. It's got 2 locks on it. We've got the tipper, which is the next size up from that. It's usually for vehicles that are left out, so if the rain comes on here, it'll run off because it's sloped.
You could probably, if you were feeling a bit tired, get in that one and have a little kip, couldn't you, on site, lock yourself in?
Yeah, you could do if you're a bit weird. And then we've got onto this XL, so we've got a big, massive van like a Sprint or something like that. You know, builders might want to put their, you know, grinders and stuff like that in there. That's what that's for. If these are all a bit too big for you, we can go on to this Moby, which is a smaller version. You'll still be able to get, you know, quite a lot of your kit in there. You want to keep safe. Again, it's got this bit off the front so you can get your stuff in and out easy. The thing that I like about this is it's got this tray at the bottom. So this locks into this tray by this lock on the side here, Pete. So you can take it out, lift that out with you.
Take it onto site.
Take it onto the site, or you can take it, if you're at night time, you can put it in your garage, because you can buy another one of those trays and just lock it into there.
Awesome.
So, good bit of kit.
So these are the slider versions. You'll recognise these two. These are the ones I've got in my van. This is the newest version. So it's got runners like you'd find in any kind of drawer. It's got an improved secure lock on it. Now, if like me you're getting two, you can get the same keys. They sell them as pairs. So if you are buying two at the same time, you can request to have the same key to unlock them. So these sliders, the length of them is pretty impressive. You can get a lot of kit inside these. They don't take the DeWalt T-stacks, they're not tall enough, but they do take most standard cordless toolboxes, or if you're sticking them in individually, if you take them out of the boxes, you can get so much stuff in these. So you can also buy dividers, so you can section it off, which if I show you on this slim slider, I mean this has got 4 in, but you can have 2 in, you can have 1 in, whatever, they just pull out. So the width of this is the same as 2 of these. It's not half the size height-wise though, it's a bit more than half, so you can't get 2 of these on top of each other to be the same as this if you've got like a raised floor in your van like I have. But saying that, if you've not got a raised floor, if you have a look on the top, just with these loose in, it's a pretty substantial surface that you could put your kit on top of anyway, so you don't have to necessarily raise the floor of your van to have these in. Now this one here, this drawer, this is the Stacker XL. It's a bit separate to these in that it's designed to go with the Van Vault 2 that Andy was looking at earlier. This goes underneath that and you stick the Van Vault on top, so you've got the one with the lid on top and that bolts to this, so you've got a drawer and one you can go from the top, so that's a good option. You could even, if you wanted to, similar to these, put them back to back, so you can get one from the front, the back of your van and one from the side loader. It's totally up to you. There's options with the Moby, the small one, and the different sizes. So however you've racked your van out or however you use your van, you can probably get a Van Vault that will suit the way you use it. Now the coolest thing I've heard today about this one is when they test them, when they're trying to break into them, they do 5-minute tests on each thing. Like they'll try and drill the lock out, they'll try and get a crowbar in, they'll do whatever they can for 5 minutes, and in over 40 minutes they couldn't get into these. So it just shows you how secure they are. So yeah, if you're thinking of getting a Van Vault or a van storage box, Van Vault's not a bad shout. So I took the stacker off the top of this. You can see it's a nice big surface, so you don't have to have the raised floor on top. You can just use this as your surface. You don't have to put these together. You can put that one on top of that one. You could have 2 of them and then 2 of these on top. You could put that on top of there. It's totally up to you how you do it. The only thing you've got to be wary of is the weight of your vehicle. I've got 2 of these in my van, both fully loaded, emptied at night, and my van isn't over the weight limit. So although they are, I think they're about 60 kgs, really sturdy, well made, it don't take your van to the limit. And I've got all that metal bot racking in as well, so you know there's quite a lot in there, but it don't take me over the limit. But yeah, you can do pretty much whatever configuration you want. If you wanted, you can have that drawer facing that way. You know, it's totally up to you what you want to do with them. This is the Van Vault 2, and this is the Stacker XL, which I mentioned to you before. So you basically got a drawer and a top loader. There's prefabricated holes in this, so you can join these together. You get fixings that come with it, so you can bolt this to this, and then this one will bolt to the floor. Can we get the same key for this and this? So if you wanted to get the same key to match this drawer and this, they come as a pair again, so you could do that. If you've got the room in your van, it's quite a good option really to have a drawer and a top stacking system. And you're not limited to just one slider, you can have 2, 3 drawers as high as you want to stack them up. I think you can get keys in 2 pairs, so if you wanted to have 3 drawers and this, you'd have all the same key. What are you saying? Can you spin them?
Can you turn that round and be the other side?
Yeah, so if you, let's say you wanted to mount this in the middle of your van and you wanted to get to the drawer from the side loader, you could turn that round, so you got to this from the back. Pretty much the options are up to your imagination. So talking about all the tests they do to make sure the level of security of the different Van Vaults, all these certificates around the edge are for each of the sizes, like the Van Vault 2, the slider, the slim slider. They've all been through the tests. they get a certificate, and then that gives them a secure by design, which is a police sort of approved a certification for the products to show you just how secure they are.
Show you some of the innovations that they've made over the last 21 years on the van vault. So I'll start off with this original one. It's kept your tools nice and safe with the lock on the top. So we moved on 5 years and went to this one. We call it the Van Vault 2. It's the best seller in the range. Lock on the front now to make it easier. And then we moved on to this one, which has just come out. You can see that it's been chopped away to make it easy for you to get your stuff in. And there we have it.
Right, so that was the new range of van vaults. I hope you saw or got some useful information from that video. We tried to think of the the basic questions people would ask. But long and short of it, they've got a new range out that's super secure. It's got the police rating, hopefully to protect our tools from thieving bastards. Nicking them.
I'll tell you what, I love the slider one.
Yeah.
You know why? You know why I love that much?
Why?
I'm going to give one away.
Okay.
So,
have you asked anyone at Van Vault if you can do that?
No. I'm just going to give one away. So
okay, we're giving one away.
I'm going to give you one away. So there you go.
So what we need you to do is comment on the video, make sure you like and subscribe to our new channel.
Yep.
But leave a comment. What should we get them to comment?
Comment about van security.
Yeah, anything you've got an opinion on it, advice for anyone, tips on preventing getting your tools stolen.
Yeah.
Or just leave us a funny comment. We like jokes. Tell us a joke.
Yeah.
But any comment on this video will be entered into the draw, and then we'll pick someone at random before next month's video, and then we'll announce the winner in next month's video. So that's to win a Van Vault slider.
Van Vault slider.
One of the new sliders from Van Vault.
Good luck with that. They're really good.
That's that bit covered. Now, got a section. Andy doesn't know about this. What I wanted to do was every month we do this, or every few weeks when we do this, have a new product on the market, and then we're going to chat about it. So it's not something someone's paid us to say, can you review our product?
I'm being serious now. I don't know about this.
Yeah, so I'm going to get it, and then we're going to chat. So if you think it's shit, you can say it's shit. Obviously, if you can be constructive, the better.
Yeah, I'll have a look.
So I'll go and get it now.
So that's it. It's all new to me. We're supposed to be working together, but he's just sneaked this on me. I ain't got a clue what's going on. Maybe something good. Ooh, there's a drum roll.
There we go.
What is it?
This is the new Magna Clean filter. This is the Pro 3, and I think it's called the Sense. So if you don't know what this is, open it. We all fit system filters, or we all should be really, fitting system filters on our boilers. Now the latest one from AD, and you'll recognise it because it looks like the standard Pro 2 filter. I'll grab that.
Oh, yeah.
Now I'm not 100% sure on the details of this, so I'll read it off the box for you. So it's a Wi-Fi enabled magnetic filter. It can predict potential system problems and offers preventative maintenance. Provides recommendations to system health. LED light functionality indicating level of magnetite capture. And you can use an app to monitor it. Okay, so let's have a look.
It's exactly the same as the old one, isn't it? You like I said, spin that out. You've got your magnet, same as usual. Obviously split that so you can clean it quite easily.
Yeah.
It's got a battery holder there. Obviously, so you've got your batteries to keep it up and running.
Right, so if you've not seen them before, same as a Pro 2, same size, same footprint. It'll fit on the push fit. This bit on the front here, so it's got a couple of batteries in there, and it looks like an LED indication there, which I think will flash up with different coloured lights depending on how much crap is collected in this. And then you connects to an app, so you can look on your phone anywhere in the country at this specific house to see how their system's getting on. Do we need
Something that technical.
Something like that.
I've heard about this and thought about it. I mean, sometimes customers don't even actually, know about filters. So you have to, enlighten them, explain to them, educate them about what it's going to do with the filter.
You sort of have to sell it to them on a quote, don't you?
You do have to sell it to them. I mean, sometimes you can lose a quote just by, the £100 that you're putting on for one of them. So,
Yeah.
I mean, what are they like in price range for the ordinary?
I think, and don't quote me, this will be about 160 quid.
Right.
It's either 130 or 160 quid. So if you compare it to your standard Pro 2, which would be about 80 quid, 90 quid with the chemicals.
Like twice.
It's not double, but it's significantly more.
You've just put it in front of me there, and I don't know anything about it. I know the AD stuff's really good, and we fit it in. We all know that they're innovative and they're coming out with new stuff. I mean, do you think this will be something that everybody will have in 10 years' time, and this chat will be sort of irrelevant, or do you think it'll be fly-by-night? It's just a one-off. It's for the technical, geeky type blokes who want that kind of stuff.
I mean, my personal opinion on it, I've not fitted one yet, is it's not going to replace your standard magnetic filter, because why would you need the functions this has got on your standard job?
It might
if
be
you fit
good.
a job in a rental property,
It might be good, or council, or if you are, you're a housing association, or you own lots of properties, or kind of stuff that you do really. If anybody who's got more than, let's say, 10 properties, and they're pretty clued up, a lot of the guys I know just want the landlords want the cheapest. So I don't think that they'd be really looking for spending this money.
So it's not going to replace your standard filter, but like with anything like this, now the technology is available, now you can get this, you might in the back of your head be thinking, oh, that one job I did that time, this would have been great there. Or when you go to quote for a new job, you might think, oh, hang on, we could use that here. And in those instances, it would come into its own.
Yeah.
And the other thing I thought about was this indicator light here. When it gets into the red, if the customer's seeing that, it might prompt them to get their boiler serviced.
Yeah.
Which at the minute, as we know, when you go to quote for a boiler, oh, I want this one because it's got a 10-year warranty. Okay, love, yeah, that's this and this. We'll do the job and you'll have a 10-year warranty on this boiler. That's great, okay. As soon as you finish, come with the warranty details, please. Yeah, okay, yeah, get them over to you. That's that, and you'll never hear from them again. They'll never get it serviced, so they lose the warranty instantly.
Yeah, I think the other thing with that side of stuff is that we, along with, we're coming to sell our boilers nowadays, aren't we, for, we're going for longevity, we've got warranties that are 12 and 13 years, that kind of stuff. But obviously you've got to, to maintain those warranties, you've got to have it serviced, haven't you?
Yeah.
So me as a businessman, I can see that that's quite good for my business, because I'm going to service your boiler every year. Every 12 months I'm going to ring you and come and do it, all right?
So for you, the extra, let's say this is an extra 50 quid.
Yep.
For the extra 50 quid, if you get a yearly service every year, just because of those little lights on there reminding the customer it's time to get the boiler serviced,
yep,
would you say it would be worth it? Or would you still say it was only for certain jobs?
I think that, personally, thinking about it right now, for me, it's for, we've all got us little combi swaps where you've got to do a cheap job, or, it's landlord, that kind of stuff. I don't think this is for them. I think that where this lends its mind to is the people who are a bit more techy, the people who like saving, the greeny people, I like to call them, where, they want to save.
Because at the end of the day, it's monitoring the system health, which is the efficiency, which saves you money.
Yeah.
So.
But I mean, if it's been installed correctly and you've flushed all the bits of rubbish out, there shouldn't really be a lot in there floating around, should there really? Yeah. If you've done your job properly in the first place, then, I mean, a lot of people now are saying, should you actually put chemicals in your systems? And, it's like pie in the sky again, isn't it? One time we had to do it, now we're all thinking, what should we do? So yeah, it's certainly got a place.
Yeah.
It's certainly got a place. And I was expecting it to be more expensive than that, to be fair. I didn't know how much to wear.
What about the size of it? Because it's literally just a little box on the front.
I like the size. Has it got, on the other bit then, it's still got the valve?
Yeah, it's exactly the same as the Pro 2, but it's got this on the front.
I think it looks a lot neater, to be fair. I think they've neatened it up a lot.
Yeah, it's nicer colour. It's a bit more sort of simplistic. Yeah. What was I going to say? So, the other thing is, if people start buying them, then obviously the price will come down the more they sell.
Yeah.
But whether this will be in the future, this will be sort of standard that you'll see on all your jobs. But for now, it's probably just an option.
Obviously, everything in its infancy is always up for debate, isn't it? Because nobody knows what the future's going to hold.
Yeah.
But it looks a really good bit of kit. I mean, I don't know if you can see it. You know how well made it is.
It's the kind of thing you'd probably fit in your own house to start with, to monitor your own system.
Well, like I said, we all know how good they are. You know, the 80 stuff is, top notch, isn't it? We know that, and it looks really well made. But yeah, I mean, again,
don't pull the batteries out because I've got to take it back to Plumb Centre.
I won't then. I won't take batteries out. So you got to take it back to Plumb.
I'm going to fit one in my dad's house soon. He's having a new boiler soon, so I'm going to stick one on his, and then I can have a play with the app.
Do you want me to come down and fit it? No.
I'll have a word with your Tyler though. He's only charging 200 a day. So if we get, should we do things like this? Should we say we'll give it a yes, thumbs up or a thumbs down, or a maybe, or?
I think a hit, miss, or a maybe, like they do on that music show.
So to sum up for me, I think it's good that companies are doing innovations like this, whether it's needed at the minute. But saying that, to know it's out there if I do need it, and it's available to me, I think it's good. I can probably think of one or two jobs where it'd be good if I could monitor how the system's getting on there, and especially for me, the sort of lights here to remind the customer that it's time to get their boiler serviced is probably a good thing. So I'm going to say sort of maybe to a hit in the future. So I'll give it a hit.
So you're going to give it a hit. Right. So I mean, again, I've come across these before, but I've never looked at one. I've never had one out of the box. I think they look really, really, really well made. I mean, really well made, because there are some crappy filters out there, aren't there? Same as some crappy boilers, but it looks really well made. They've obviously thought about it. They've thought about, how to save the boilers and all the components inside the boilers by, one, fitting a filter, and two, giving you the chance to be able to see how it's working.
Yeah. I always thought they should make a filter that's see-through, but then
it'd be horrible,
it'd go black and then you couldn't see it.
Yeah. But then you like sometimes underfloor heating manifolds.
Yeah.
They go a bit tarnished, don't they?
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, for me, I can certainly see it having a place in the market, and that's probably the top end of the market. So yeah, it's a hit for me. I think I'm going to go for a hit.
Nice. 2 hits then. I think I'm right on the price. I don't want to get it wrong, but if you say 160 quid for the Pro 3, this isn't a chemical pack. I don't know if they do a chemical pack, but that's it. That's the Pro 3. So that's our first ever little what should we call that section?
Foray into newness.
Hit, miss, or maybe.
Hit, miss, or maybe.
What's the funniest job you've ever done? What? Go on. I did a job once. And the guy let me in, and I was there to fix the toilet. So I said, can I go up to the bathroom? And he said, yeah. So I went up to the bathroom. The door was open, so I walked straight in, and his wife was sat on the toilet. Pants around her ankles, sat on the toilet having a shit.
She might have been having a wee.
No, she was having a shit because it's
smell. All right, okay.
So I went bright red, turned on my heels, went down the stairs, and I stood at the bottom of the stairs with my kit bag waiting. I had to wait, and I had to flush it. About 2 minutes later, I had to wait. I had to flush it, and then she went off in the bedroom. And then I went up, opened the window, fixed the toilet, and then I went, and I could just imagine the bollocking that bloke got when I left.
Yeah.
I'd like to think he didn't know his missus was on the toilet, but...
Well, I'm going to go with this one, right?
Yeah.
It might be a bit too for this, but we went working on a job, and we walked in, and the lady was up the stairs, so we couldn't see her because of the bulkhead on the stairs. So it was in the morning, and so she bent down... like that, and she was talking to us, and we were at the bottom of the stairs, me and my pal.
Yeah.
And we're looking up, and you could see straight up a nightdress. So
straight away you said, "Sorry, love, let me just stop you there. No, I can see up your nightdress."
No, she carried on chatting, and we were like mortified by it all. And then guess what?
You filmed it on your phone.
The husband came in the front door and was stood at the side of us, and he went, "Hey, love, they can see up." And so she stood up really quick like that. And so yeah, we started off that job. It was a little bit embarrassing to start with.
Okay. What did I do? Oh, this was a good one. So I went to swap an immersion heater. So I got there on key through the estate agents, opened the door, taking some kit in, got the hose on, come back down the stairs, and there was a cat stood outside the door. And I thought, fucking hell, I've let the cat out. So I spent about 45 minutes trying to round this cat up, right? It was like going all over. It took me fucking ages. Anyway, in the end, I got the cat back in and I kept it in the kitchen, did the job, then locked up, made sure it was all right, left. I got a call about 5 o'clock from the tenant saying, no, I got a text. Said I'd done the job, it's all working fine. And I actually put on the text, I had a right game, I let the cat out, I had a right game getting it back in, and she texts back, I've not got a cat. I was like, for fuck's sake. Anyway, she texted me when she got back later that night, cat had shit all in her house. It weren't her cat, and it was trapped in the house, and it shit everywhere. That was a bad one.
Well, I've got a good one, because you've said cats.
Yeah.
Well, I used to work with this guy, we're only an apprentice, and we work in this house, and we were having quite a bit of renovation done, and we were fitting the boiler. So anyway, top of the stairs is a tin of paint. So he knocked it over, so the paint went on the carpet that was new.
Yeah.
We're like, oh no, what am I going to do? So he put the paint back up, and then he went and got the cat and put the cat's paw prints in the paint, and then let the cat go. Right? So the cat was running all over, and he went to the customer and said, "Your cat's just knocked the paint over."
Oh man, that's good.
Oh yeah, cat ones.
Right. I think that's enough.
Job's a good one.
So let's just say bye.
Well, we hope you've enjoyed the first one. We've enjoyed doing it.
We didn't really know what we were doing, did we?
We never know what we're doing. We're plumbers, we just improvise, that's what we do.
But hopefully it's kind of alright, and then next time we do it, it'll be a lot better.
We're going to be slick.
Because we'll have so many messages saying that was shit, do it this way.
Yeah, do it better than that.
So, yeah, hopefully. So, it would help us out if you could like and subscribe to the channel.
Yep.
And also get involved with your comments. One, because you got a chance to win a van vault, but two, it will help us out. Ask us any questions, stuff like that.
Yeah, so what we're realistically wanting is a little bit of feedback off you. So, if you've enjoyed it, brilliant, give us a thumbs up, like our stuff, subscribe to this, send it to all your pals so they can all subscribe. And so brilliant. So we'll see you next month.
Thanks for watching.
Cheers, guys. These modern merchants, mate, they expect you to pay your bill on time.
Is that why we're on the stop again?
Don't worry, mate, don't worry. I'll have a word with him, see if I can get us sorted, all right?
Well, you better do it soon because it's closing time.
All right, Pete, I'm going to go and have a word with him. Play it cool, play it cool. Come on, Pete. Come on, Pete. We'll go and get somewhere else.
What about the stuff?
You're cramping my style, mate. Come on.